I think we all have like one review that like we hold dear and close to our hearts. And I still think about the one where somebody complained about how even the butch one or the manly one
no
was like gay sounding.
I think they said woke. Something about a woke one.
I remember that.
No, but there's one where they were talking about, because it was a you and me era, and they were talking about like how even the supposedly masculine one is like, I don't know, real something. And I was like,
who's the masculine one?
What is that?
Who are you talking about?
How dare y'all?
Which one of us is the masculine one?
We never knew. That was the mystery.
Oh.
It was me. Come on.
Do you remember from the early...
Come on.
Obviously, it was Reed.
Come on. Oh my God, it was me.
Do you remember from the early days, the guy that reviewed us and said, like, listed all our faults and said, but there was promise there. He'd come back in a month to see if we'd improved, and then came back in a month and then lowered his score.
I don't remember that, no.
That's amazing, though.
I love it.
The show's only gotten worse.
Yeah. Drop it to 1 star and fuck off.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you review us, we become worse.
Yeah, it was all...
It's not based on the reviews. We just generally, over time, have gotten much, much worse.
That too. But I took umbrage at the review because it was like talking about our... the reference to our technique or like professionalism or like mic. And I'm like, bitch, I worked in radio for 10 years.
Yeah. We're doing this from home. Calm the fuck down.
Everything I'm doing now, I'm doing on purpose.
Yeah, it's like you're doing it during the pandemic and it's free. Come now.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of which, my new favorite thing to do is to go in and see what Apple generated as our sections for the last
I can't
episode.
Wait.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you know what? Should we start with that?
We should.
I love that. Yeah.
That'll be a section next time.
Yes. What did Apple decide our podcast?
Well, let's we can cover that now, and then because then when we do the intro, then we know we're doing the next movie, so we can do a little bit of recap. Here's what you missed on Glee.
Yeah, Glee.
So the our last posted episode, because our new one comes out tomorrow. The one posted is Return to Silent Hill.
Yes.
The one coming out is Silent Hill Revelation 3D. For the Return to Silent Hill, the chapters are 1, cinema experience.
Ooh.
2, home design trends.
What the fuck?
I have to listen again. I don't know. 3, time travel paradox.
Yep.
4, Lego clarity.
Yes.
Lego clarity.
Clarity. Yep.
Lego clarity. Interesting.
5, French film death.
No, that was mine. That was mine.
6, Return to Silent Hill. So we got there eventually. 7, initial movie reactions. All right.
Mm-hmm.
8, game lore versus film.
Ooh.
9, character and cult. 10, James's reality. 11, character changes. 12, mercy killing impact. And 13, survival speculation.
They got a bit dry at the end there.
Yeah.
But the first was good.
Yeah. We just need to be more chaotic so that it seems to Apple that this show is crazier.
Yes.
Because that AI bullshit that it's chaptering is crap.
More Fanta and German accents.
Yeah. Wanna Fanta, don't you wanta?
And that's what you missed on Apple Podcast.
Hi, I'm Charles, and everyone's fucked up. You just happen to know it.
I'm Reed, and what if I don't want to die?
Then you should never have been born. And I'm Christopher.
And this is Dirty Little Horror.
First of all, a podcast takes a lot of work, okay? You have to organize the guests, you have to do a Google Calendar, and then you build a following. It takes a long fucking time, and I've been working on it for a while.
Look at me, Damien. It's all for you. What have you done to him, you maniac?
Don't you ever raise your voice at me. I am your mother.
Movies don't create psychos. Movies make psychos more creative.
What's blood for, if not for shedding?
Look what you did to him.
Listen, asshole.
Halloween, Texas Chainsaw, Dawn of the Dead, The Hills Have Eyes, Amityville Horror, Last House on the Left, Friday the 13th, and A Nightmare on Elm Street, My Bloody Valentine, When a Stranger Calls, and Prom Night, Black Christmas, House of Wax, The Fog, Piranha. It's one of those, right? Right?
Sometimes I go through the junk folder of my emails just to make sure I haven't missed anything important.
Mm-hmm.
Because Gmail lets enough crap through into the inbox that I figure the reverse might also be true.
Yeah.
And you guys someone called Fuck Me really, really wants to get a hold of me. Ooh. And they're offering either ass or pussy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Wow.
You have options.
Versatile queen.
I like variety.
I was going to say, before you jumped in, I was like, quick, say something random so it'll become part of the chapter, but you took care of it.
Ass or pussy.
Yeah, I feel like Apple will.
Ass and titties. Ass and titties.
Ass or pussy. Ass.
That just reminded me. You just every once in a while back in the day, a listener email would end up in junk, and I never check it unless they're like, "Hey, I wrote in and it was never on the show." Then I look.
Are you looking right now?
Yeah, it is a lot of spam. There's one specifically.
If I find out Fuck Me Now is emailing someone else, I'm going to be so upset.
Oh my God.
I'm in search of a partner in the United States who will assist me for a business deal.
Ooh.
Are they Prince?
No, I don't believe so. They go by the name. I probably shouldn't say it. Some random scammer's name online or on the show.
Nah.
It doesn't really matter, does it? Whatever.
I don't know. Speaking of scam, I'm not going to say the name of the company because fuck that shit. But are y'all getting absolutely inundated with ads for the company that does online gambling but has found a workaround for state laws?
Are you talking about or the one that starts with K?
The one that starts with K.
Yeah. Both. Yeah. I'm getting ones from and whatever.
I'm not saying it.
I don't know how to say it. Every time I look at it, I'm like, that's a new word.
I thought I would just say it and then I'd beep it out afterwards, but that's just giving myself more work to do later.
It is.
And who knows? I might go back and do it with.
I just went through my spam.
Yeah.
I got a good one. The subject line is "Hello, my friend."
Oh,
hello, my friend.
Hello,
Whereas
my friend.
Google says looks dangerous. Big red looks real dangerous. I'm like, they're so friendly. How can they
friendly?
And it's from somebody who I misread because of Xlexia, Becky Backdoor, but it's actually Becky Odd Encore. So I read it as Becky Backdoor. So
Becky Backdoor.
So hello, my friend from Becky Backdoor. My name is Becky Backdoor. I am the regional manager of Standard Chartered Bank.
Do you think that's her maiden name or her married name?
Has to be married, right? I mean, what makes sense more than Bob Backdoor?
Is it Miss or Mrs. Backdoor?
What's crazy is her maiden name was Front Flaps.
Is there a Mr. Backdoor?
Yeah. There have been
did
several.
You say Standard National Bank?
Yes, Standard Chartered Bank.
Standard Chartered Bank. Yes.
They are chartered and in good faith.
Sure are.
I write to you this proposal in good faith. I am a woman of peace.
A woman of peace. I would hope so with a name like Backdoor.
Yeah.
Becky Backdoor is a woman of peace. I wonder
which piece.
Whose piece?
Oh, good one. Something, all caps, escrow call account with no beneficiary.
I said that to someone once and they did not get it, I don't think.
What?
Escrow?
I'm
Backdoor?
a woman of peace?
Yeah, no. I had procured this man's junk from what within his pants.
You
and I was like,
the junk.
Yeah, I had procured the junk, and I was like, "Hey, nice piece." And he was like, "Piece," and I was like, "The dick in my hand." No, it said piece. Like, hey, he wasn't familiar with the terminology. It was like, "What do you mean piece? What do you mean piece?" Like he was genuinely confused about what I was talking about. Like, this dick right here.
No, that man is an idiot. You put it back in and you walk away.
I did not.
But how nice was it? Because sometimes idiots with a nice piece.
No, really.
Oh, okay. Because we do like an idiot with a nice piece.
Not a sex idiot, yeah.
No. But see, okay, there are specifics. A sex idiot who is vaguely aware that they're a sex idiot.
Yep.
That's better.
Sure.
Someone who obviously knows you've either made a joke, successful or not, or had a little bit of a quip, or done a pun, a little bit of wordplay.
Sure.
Who then is intentionally obtuse.
Okay.
No.
I don't know. Were they being obtuse?
I don't think so. This guy knew he was handsome.
But if I said nice piece to someone and they were like, "What do you mean?" and I'm holding their dick,
Yeah.
Yeah. There's only one of two options. They are the dumbest person on earth, or they are plain dumb.
I'm putting that dick back.
I didn't do that.
Well,
You're a better or worse person than me.
He eventually put it back.
Yeah.
Once he was finished.
He's not still holding it to this very day.
No, it got put back before either of us were finished.
Oh,
I'm
I
sorry.
had to get back to work.
I'm sorry.
I'm looking in the Dirty Little Horror junk folder as well. I'm not going to read the subject line of this email, but I will tell you it's from a woman named Andrea. Also backdoor.
Huh?
No, I'm kidding.
Of the Upper Westminster back doors.
Yeah, of the upper back doors.
Yeah.
Hello. I hope this message finds you well. I'm looking for a new home for my late husband's Yamaha baby grand piano. And would love for it to go to someone who will truly appreciate and care for this beautiful instrument. If you or anyone you might know would be interested in giving it a cherished home, please feel free to get in touch with me at Andrea bleep at Hotmail.
I love that, though.
Warm regards, Andrea.
That's great. It's pithy. It's coming at you from a different angle. It's what we love in horror. It's doing the same thing, but with a little bit of a different angle on it.
Dear Andrea, tell me more about your husband's big white instrument.
Yeah, I don't.
I have this grand piano. Don't mind that it smells like rotting husband.
Yeah, never mind. Don't open the back of it. It's just recently been
Yes. I hope
serviced.
that you can have it a cherished home and put your fingerprints all over it.
All of the wires are all of the piano wires are very tight.
Very tight.
It's missing one. Just
that tone? No, it's a honky tonk. That's what it is. It's meant to sound like that.
honk.
And if any of those strings be pulled by something supernatural, actually, it's a player piano.
What? Is there a body or a ghost in the piano, Reed? A body or a ghost?
According to Supernatural, the ghost is tied to the body. So if you burn the body,
you burn the body.
You burn the ghost.
Oh.
But this means you also have to burn the piano, which means you have to get the piano, which means you have to answer the
Oh,
email.
hold on right now. Dear Andrea.
Dear Andrea Backdoor.
Are you just giving me this piano or shall it cost us some monies? She just wants to find it a nice home.
Yeah, that's true.
She's trying to get rid of evidence.
what
She didn't ask for any money.
Oh, well.
She did mention though that she's a Nigerian prince.
Speaking of potential scams, Charles, how did you die this week?
9 a.m. hot pot butthole poops.
Wow.
Yeah.
I know the genesis of this, but you want to tell the story?
You know the Genesis. Will you tell us the Exodus?
There was certainly an Exodus. I'm not acknowledging that your biblical bullshit.
It was Revelations. Thank you. There it is.
And wash your mouth out, you dirty bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, that was good. That felt good.
There were 4 horsemen.
Wait, I can match this. I can do some Bible talk. Wait. Did it leave a mark? Pew, 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 pew. It's a book of the Bible. Fuck yes.
It is.
So fuck yes.
That
I did
is.
it. Yeah, I did it. Oh, and you were also on
Good
it.
job.
You were on the John.
You know what? This book is, or this podcast is doing numbers.
Will you look at that?
Go home and wash your mouth out, you dirty bitch.
That one was for me.
What were you going to say?
Deuteronomy, kill me.
More like Pooteronomy.
Deuteronomy.
Yeah. Pooteronomy.
Deuteronomy is pretty
Deuteronomy.
good. That's pretty good.
This is blasphemous. I love it. I several times this week had to wake up at 9 o'clock in the morning and go to a Brooklyn.
Yep.
Take several tests, which threw my entire body off its kilter. You saw me on Monday at 2 a.m. 2 coffee, 9 a.m. Charles.
Yes. Oh boy.
Whew.
Oh, Reed. Oh boy.
Pooping at the wrong times. Greasy.
Do you know what else was greasy? The look on his face dealing with the security guards at the building we were at to do the test.
My God. When I tell you that I almost fucking left, I have never wanted to slap someone openly in the face more than this person on this day. I woke up at 9 o'clock in the morning to be in this place, and you were just screaming at me. I just walked in the door. You filthy, filthy bitch.
So it's ironic that when you're doing a test, because we both did these tests for safe public assembly indoors, the tests are held at a venue that is not built for it to be super cold outside. Because normally they'd have everyone queuing up outside on the street where there are like bollards and those, the velvet ropes that are seatbelts.
Stanchions and ropes.
But because it was...
The velvet ropes that are seatbelts. I like that.
That's what they are.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But because it was for freezing cold, they had everyone gather inside where there was no room. So they just kept screaming at us like it's our problem for standing in the wrong spot. They had 12 people in space that is built for maybe 3 people at a time to walk in and out.
Yeah, the egress.
The egress.
So you were standing where they told you to, and these people could not actually handle.
I was moved 3 times, and I was like, this is not my fault. The fact that this is a fire department place and you people want to enforce these rules that no one can stand in front of or open a door for longer than half a fucking second before they're getting screamed at. Get the fuck away from me.
Also, we just got here, so the wall is of no what. Okay, there's no clear signage. That would also help.
Yeah. It's not my fault. This is your job. Close the door. I'm cold. You're wearing a coat. That's not my problem. A coat, a hat, and gloves. There was
That sounds like what it was like growing up for me.
Yeah, there was no signage pointing out where to stand. There was no signage pointing out where to go to get in. There was no signage saying that what we had to do to get inside. There was no signage at the security. We got yelled at every step of the way until we got inside, where all the lovely staff members were.
Oh, and that one angry guy.
And that one angry hot guy.
But I was gonna say, sounds like he was hot angry, not angry.
Yeah,
like,
he was.
Not slap a bitch angry.
Daddy angry.
Or slap a bitch, but
It's like, where are they keeping all the hot fire department people?
Inside.
Firemen. Fire people.
Fire department people?
Fire department people. Firemen. That was politically correct. Thank you.
Sure.
Fire department people.
Okay.
Where are the hot fire sluts?
Yeah.
Anyway, look, just spoiler, we passed the tests.
Yay.
We now have 3 certificates of fitness.
Was the test that you weren't allowed to molest the hot fire slut?
Suck it.
No, not on the syllabus. So
They're laminated cards. Look at you.
Eat shit.
How many? Why do you have 3 of them?
Because we need 3 different certificates.
Jesus.
laminated cards with a fuck ugly photo on it.
It looks
Not
like
mine.
Fuck off.
it looks like a
My photo's
driver's license.
beautiful.
Anyway, explain how you get to the hot pot part of this, Deb.
After we were finished, which the first day took several hours, but the second day took slightly less several hours. Well, there was only one test. It was slightly longer, but there was less faffing about because we were all got there. We were ready. We were paid before we walked in the door. Still got yelled at.
We knew we were expecting a pack of fucking cunts at the front door, so we were geared up for it this time.
Yeah. And then still got yelled at twice.
Yep.
Yeah, but you had your walls up.
No,
Yes.
we got there. We had paid because that's the whole thing. They have a QR codes outside that unless you're paying to several handwritten notes stuck to a piece of plastic outside, you wouldn't know that you need to scan that QR code and pay before you walk in the door.
And I'm sorry, but a QR code could just have been a remnant from 2020 that they never took down.
Yeah.
Much in the same way that we still have little outlines of footprints in
Yes.
certain areas.
The fun fact, the website or all the literature about these certificates does say you can pay in person. You can pay online or you can pay in person at the venue. Paying in person at the venue means standing in that fuck ass vestibule, getting on your phone and doing it online. So just say you have to do it online beforehand.
Yeah. So walked up the second day on Wednesday yesterday. All 4 of us have paid. We have studied. We're ready to go. We're ready to get in line. We get there.
You've douched. You've done it all.
They are lining people up outside Wednesday because it's not as cold. And we walk up. We're going to walk past this entire line and go right inside because we're ready. And we get screamed at. Get in line. Everyone get in line. Get in line. Everyone get in line.
There's a line. There's a line.
And then goes down the line, gets to us, and we just all flash her our numbers because once you've paid, you get a little ticket number. And she goes, inside, inside, inside to all of us. And
Yes.
we're just like, that's what we were trying to fucking do.
We knew.
I was here the other day. I know where the fuck I'm going.
Yeah. That's what we were
Stop
doing when
talking
you
to-
told us to stop.
The person who told me to repeatedly take my hands out of my pockets because it would help me do my application faster almost got slapped in the face. Don't talk to me like I'm a fucking child.
It sounds like this might be the Siberia of government workers.
Yeah, hands out of your pockets. Who the fuck are you talking to?
And we thought the DMV was bad.
The DMV is relatively easy here.
That's actually very true. I have.
We're in and out.
I learnt from Broad City, actually, that you can make an appointment. I made an appointment. I got my learner permit back in 2017 in 19 minutes. Yep.
I, second day I moved here, I just went to my local DMV, got my license moved over.
Yep.
No appointment, no shit.
Yeah.
This sounds like all of the bad DMV people were politely scooted over into this one office.
But again, inside, the woman I had to go check in with, the very first thing she said to me was, "Oh my God, I love your hair."
Yeah.
So I loved her.
I had to fill out an application that I came pre-filled out with. All I had to put was the the confirmation numbers on the top. Everything else was done before I walked in the door. I showed it to the man out where everyone else is filling out their applications. And he goes, this is perfect. Go inside. And I was like, I'll suck your dick right here.
Yeah, all the bad ones are kept at the front door. Anyway, hot pot.
Hot pot. So both days we've been talking about for months about going to hot pot. So we just randomly were like, let's go find a hot pot place nearby. There just happened to be one. We went there. I had pooped already at the FDNY place the first day, but my whole schedule was out of whack. Still kind of is. Because I'm waking up at 9 o'clock. I'm used to taking my morning poop in the afternoon. When I wake up.
Circadian rhythms are important.
Yeah, it is, because otherwise it comes out greasy.
It's not doing it Dolly style.
It's not the right texture when it comes out too early.
It has.
I'm talking too much about poop. Yeah, but yeah, it was.
It's like making sourdough. You can't just
2 days this week, and I've just been like, ugh, I don't want to ever get up at 9 o'clock in the morning ever again.
It's gonna happen again.
So 9 a.m. hot pot poops.
So maybe only
hot pot butthole poops.
Maybe every time you have to get up at 9 a.m., you have to get hot pot that day.
Deal.
Yeah.
Die.
I'll be treated to hot pot that day. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Reed, how'd you die this week? Who's not ready this week? You piece of shit.
I fixed a steam pipe by banging on it.
With what?
Percussive maintenance. I love it.
Yeah. So as you know,
yes,
my apartment has at least 4 different climactic zones.
Yeah. Very, very Pangea at your place.
Yeah, I was going to say the island of Neverland.
Yep, I'm sticking with Pangea.
Yeah,
okay.
But while I was at work, plumbers came and fixed the main radiator, which was radiating at a level much like the sun or a space rocket on reentry, or radiation, like an atomic bomb. Just you walk into the kitchen and you're immediately Sarah Connor holding onto a fence.
I've been in your kitchen. I'm familiar.
Yeah. Real bad. But there were also 2 little hot pipes, and you know how much I love a hot pipe. But the people who had lived for so long in my place, there are like little fixes for the pipe, and there's like these weird little. It's almost like little mushroom growths, and they have a little cap on them, and it's there to like be like a pressure cap, I guess, because the building's so tall. Yeah. But then one of them failed, and so like a decade or 2 ago, another one was installed, and then it started spurting out steam, and so the ceiling has like been peeling, and so I talked to the guy who like had the plumbers come in. And we had told him, like, oh, by the way, also that pipe is not working correctly. It is messing with the ceiling. And he was like, oh, that's not supposed to do that. Because he actually came in and looked at it. They did not fix that pipe. And he was just kind of like, well, I mean, you could just like, try banging on it with something. I had a pair of scissors that came with the knife set. So I just whacked on it I just wailed on it. I whacked on that pipe.
There you go.
So hard that it stopped spurting.
Our podcast, use that as the chapter title.
Yeah.
Whacking on it.
I whacked on that pipe so hard that it's actually stopped.
Whacking on that pipe. If we say it enough, Apple will pick up on whacking on that pipe.
Whacking on that pipe.
Whacking on that big old hot pipe.
Whacking on the pipe.
Whacking on the pipe.
Pipe whacking. Pipe whack it. So yeah.
Pie whack it?
Yeah.
And so what I'm getting from this is it worked.
I was able to do it using just the tools at hand and my cunning. So as a cunning woman, I was burned at the stake.
Yep.
Yes.
Because I was able to do something that men could not do.
A woman having a thought. Which?
Yes. There were experts in their field, came in, could not fix the pipe. I whack on that pipe a little bit and I fixed
solved
everything.
that hot pipe with her cunning.
Yeah.
Yep. And so I was like, yeah.
Good for you.
Thank you.
You are the masculine one.
Yes. I know. I was like, am I being butch?
Bang.
Bang. Bang. Oh, it stopped.
Yay. I don't know how you how you've made anything in the kitchen ever during the winter, because it feels like the whole entire kitchen is an oven.
That's great. You don't have to use the oven. You just put things out on the counter and they bake.
If I would have known that, that's how I would have warmed up my macaroni and cheese on Thanksgiving.
Imagine
just leave it right on the counter.
You had your dishwasher, your sink, and all of your dishes inside your air fryer.
Yeah.
And then you walked into it and did things in there. Yeah. That's where I was at.
Ugh.
It was horrible.
Truly horrendous.
I really want to know where they got all of the contractors to do anything in this apartment, because some of the stuff I've seen is absolutely wild.
Had to be 80% DIY.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
you
some of it was DIY.
That's why it's also higgledy-piggledy.
There's like the side of a cabinet where a switch is. And so they just used a miter tool and just made a hole.
A hand hole.
A handhole.
Yeah. And then so you can just sort of get your hand in there. They just made it work.
Instead of reaching around the entire cupboard, let's just put a hole here.
A hole through.
Christopher,
Yes.
how did you die this week?
Well, specifically, what hot thing killed you? Because hot pot, hot pipe, hot
Bath.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. So my pipes did freeze. They've frozen twice in the last 2 weeks because we've had some cold weather here. And the second time they froze, I found that I could still get just an old man piss dribble of ludicrously hot water.
So freeze my pipes once, shame on you. Freeze my pipes twice, shame on me.
Freeze my pipes twice. I grew up in a desert country where you paid for water usage. So the reflex to turn off taps is really hard to overcome.
Deeply ingrained.
And even when I was having the taps dripping, the sound of it, no matter where I was in the apartment, hearing that, I'm like, fuck, got to turn the tap off. No, I've left that on purpose. Fuck, tap's dripping. The water bill's going to be huge. The planet, drought. Anyway.
Use this for something, Mike Flanagan.
But I was able to get the hot tap in the bath, in the shower, to old man piss dribble, hot water.
Mm-hmm.
And so I decided, rather than just continue to go to other people's houses to shower until my pipes thawed, which they have now done, I would be self-sufficient. I'll have the fucking bath. I got time to spare. So I put the plug in. I let the old man piss dribble hot water. And then when it was enough to bathe in, I just scalded myself silly. I did use my watering can to ferry cold water from the kitchen, but that was a long and slow process, and I'm not known for my patience. So eventually I was like, fuck it, I'll just get used to it. And I poached myself like a little egg.
I'm just imagining you bringing it in buckets like old Edwardian servants would have to do with those clawfoot tubs.
Yes.
I was imagining Mickey Mouse.
I was that as well.
The Sorcerer's Apprentice.
Oh, yes.
That's what I was wearing. Yeah. So look, were the baths enjoyable? No. I don't love a bath.
I do. Every once in a while, as like not for cleansing. Yeah, maybe you're right about cleansing. I like a bath as like a
yeah,
and then be like, well, I'm done now.
Well,
let me get the fuck out of this.
Here's the thing: when I lived in Belgrave Heights during the peak of the lockdowns, when I was the Bird Witch, our bathroom had a giant square bathtub with jets.
That's different.
That has now ruined me because I went from a bath can be okay, I guess, but yeah, after 15 minutes, I'm like, well, this is just tea of myself. I don't like this. And then I don't think I care much for baths. Then I got a bath with jets, and then I cared very much for baths. And now that I don't have jets anymore, I'm back to fuck this.
This is, but for New York though, this is a very, very deep bath.
It is a very deep bath,
and it is metal. Unlike the rest of the ones in this building that are all plastic.
Oh yeah, and you can feel
or fiber, whatever.
You can feel them giving when you try and put pressure on them.
Yeah.
This bath you can sit almost entirely submerged, just your head, and your knees. Everything else, coddling in the water.
Yep.
Everything else, sous vide.
Yep.
If it's hot enough, which it was.
See, I've only ever been able to enjoy a bath when it's like the size of like the whale tank at like SeaWorld.
Yes.
Because I'm all leg.
Yeah.
So I love a bath, but I will do the thing where my legs just go here, and then I can finally get my shoulders down.
Mm-hmm. You love your legs up in that position.
Yeah, but not when I'm cold. But I don't know. I've not tried to lay down in your bathtub because we don't sleep in the bath.
I don't think you would have to concertina so much to fit in inside.
I can you can just sense when things are right for you. And whenever I've seen a bathtub, I can just ignore it. I'm like, oh, I'll never fit.
You'd look like when you put spaghetti in the pot for the first few seconds.
Yes.
Before it softens.
It's just weird bendy, but it's still hard middle and al dente on the ends. That's me. Yeah.
Okay, so hot pot, hot pipe, hot bath. We're going to take a break, eat our dinner, and come back and talk about a movie. Patches is put together a lot like you. Patches is a mixture of many natural things. Rosebuds, sage, coriander, carnation, celery, ylang-ylang, hyacinth. They're all very different, but they work beautifully together. You can wear patches anywhere. You can play tennis in patches. You can make love in patches. Patches is as natural as you. That's some kind of cologne thing.
That's all perfumes.
Okay,
All perfumes is a mix of smells.
All right, that's a valid point.
Patches, little butthole girl mouth, little butthole mouth girl.
That butthole wasn't little. That
Butthole
butthole
mouth girl.
that butthole mouth was run through.
Speaking of movies,
Oh my god.
Reed.
Can you say dodged
No.
a bullet?
No. Reed, I want a big, sloppy thank you from you
Perfect.
for offering, but not insisting that you go see a movie with us.
Wow.
Walked out. One of the first things I said was, I'm so glad Reed didn't come to this. You would have been so mad.
Was terrible.
Terrible. Reed, terrible.
Oh, I have seen your Instagram stories, so I think I know what this might be. No. Charles, as few sentences as possible, or few words as in a sentence. Christopher, the most words I've ever seen.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that you could reach the word count of a letterbox review.
I had to change format of the share to Instagram app so I could fit more words in.
You the entire poster was covered by the word box
Yep.
Reed's
of the dissertation that you wrote.
Reed's DM reply to my story was, "This dissertation?"
Yes.
To which
Sorry, doctor.
I stand by it. I now have a PhD in that fuck ass movie.
It was such bullshit, Reed.
It sucks because I was like, there are movies that I'm like, I will watch that on streaming.
Do not.
I will definitely watch that on streaming. This one sounds like I thought I might be able to watch this on straight. Sounds like
I was pissed because I remember when the idea of this movie came about, and then because it was just a trailer, and then it was a short film, and then they're like, "Oh, we're doing this as a feature," and I was like, "Fuck yes, this is gonna be great." They might recast some of it. They didn't really. We might get like some B-list people in it. Whatever. It'll get some budget. It'll be fine. I love a low budget, a little bit of weird lore, a fanfic, if you will. I was real pumped for this fucking movie. I invited you and Allison and Christopher in the group chat. You and Allison did not respond, so I went with Christopher.
Because I
and Blair.
knew this was not going to be theater good.
Right.
Oh,
it wasn't.
But I didn't know it was going to be that bad.
yeah, but for the first 3 minutes, you would have been very like, "Oh, I made a terrible mistake."
Yeah.
Because we have a very spooky opening with a fucking wheeler.
Yes.
And this is not the movie we're covering.
No.
Can you imagine?
We're taking a detour to talk about this bullshit.
So again, we're copyright free, we're low budget. They were very specifically about this movie will be in theaters for 1 day.
Oh,
and I'm like,
we've
this
done
is
that
gonna pop off so fucking hard. And then 40 minutes into the movie, we have yet to do anything. And then for the
what a
rest of the movie,
waste.
we have yet to do anything.
Yeah, literally that opening scene, the title, Gale, and then
yeah, we might as well.
fuck it. And then the very next thing is a scene with dialogue so poor, it's like what happens before a porn starts. With acting about the same level as well.
Every once in a while, there's like an allusion to a character or something that you would know from the other movies, but they did not have a budget to include those things in the actual movie.
It was like you looking at look over there. It's the Tin Woodman. No, don't move the camera. Look, it's over there.
The yellow brick road is a few kitchen sponges, I say, stapled together, thrown on a path in the woods, because you can see behind them and in front of them there are 0 yellow bricks. They just have enough bricks for right here. And
goodbye, Yellow Sponge Road.
At another point in the movie, they're in the forest. They're in the forest a lot. They're just shooting up shots of trees.
They're not in the forest a lot. They keep playing the same shot a lot.
Yeah. But anyway, we're a lot of upshots of trees over and over and over again. At one point, close to the end, we see the quote unquote wind blow some leaves across the screen, which is clearly someone off screen throwing leaves in front of the camera, because behind Emily, 0 leaves.
So no one even had like a regular fan?
Nope.
I'm disputing this.
Oh,
I think you're wrong.
Oh, really?
Because the leaves were digital. That was
You think they were digital?
A filter. It was the shit you do on TikTok. It was. They may have gone
one shot.
They may have filmed them themselves, and yes, they may have had someone throwing leaves, but someone threw leaves at a green screen somewhere else.
Oh, you think a green screen?
And then superimposed them in front of her.
I thought you were. No, because it's literally just a shot of leaves. They're not even in front of her. They're not in front of her face.
Yeah,
are they?
TikTok filter style.
I don't remember that.
Anyway, speaking of movies that we are not covering because they're so bad, before we move on to the movie we are covering, The Strangers Chapter 3.
Oh, God.
Absolutely the fuck not.
Another movie we saw without you. You're welcome.
Well, because we never ended up...
Sorry. My favorite thing to do now is the Ariana Grande from Wicked. You're welcome. You're welcome.
I do like that it was like anti-completionist, because we didn't cover any of the remake.
And Shan't.
The first part was fine. It was almost a shot-for-shot remake of the original Strangers. A little bit boring, whatever. All right, let's see where I was excited to see where they were going to take this, because as far as I was aware, we didn't have to take it anywhere.
Didn't have
to. The Liv Tyler Strangers, perfect. It's a perfect movie. It's so scary. But I was like, 3 chapters. We've already filmed all 3. Great. The movie's already done. Where are we going to go? That's interesting to me. Is it going to be? No, it's going to be boring. It's going to be boring. Oh, it's going to be boring. Okay.
Worse than boring, it's going to be stupid. Every character is so fucking dumb. The movie itself can be stupid. I love a stupid movie, but the characters in it are so fucking stupid.
And I love a stupid character sometimes, but when it creates, from what I'm hearing, problems for the actual pacing of the film, where the characters are getting in the way of their own film.
Or when I'm just sitting there being like, oh, the killer can kill her.
Yeah.
Kill her.
And several times I was like, just kill her already.
Just kill her.
Just get her.
Fucked.
And then there is some very fun sexual tension that I appreciated. Because one of the characters is real hot. And I was like, yeah, yes, look, kiss him. Kiss him.
Okay, read. Half of that is true.
What? He was hot.
One of the characters is real hot.
Yep.
The sexual attention was made up by horny Charles.
I disagree.
Just being like, he's hot, she's hot, they should fuck.
No, the sexual tension is in the last third of the movie.
Horse shit it is.
They're about to kiss at the end.
Yeah, it looked like cousins.
I disagree.
And not first cousins.
Because then you have your cousins, and then you have your first cousins.
It looked like first cousins.
And then you have your sexual tension cousins.
Yeah, right. Which is sometimes your first cousins.
Okay, so we're not doing... Okay. So...
And sometimes they're strangers.
We've now covered the movies that we're not doing.
Yuck. Boo. Boo hiss.
Let's now cover a movie that we are doing.
Hooray.
A movie that I actually knew about as much going in as I did either of the 2 we just mentioned, but had a much, much better time.
I think out of this one and from the get, I had a great time, because even the previews, there was a preview for a movie I'm so excited for that did perfect trailer, and not the trailer for this film, but this film, the trailers did a really good job of being like, we're not going to tell you the plot, we're telling you the premise, like a trailer might do.
Let's play one and see if Reed is correct.
Oh, and what is the film we're doing?
The 2026 film Whistle.
What is it? Death. Dying is not a choice.
Hello?
What if I don't want to die?
Then you shouldn't have been born.
Well, if that isn't a mic drop line.
Then you shouldn't have been born.
Also, I knew that you'd appreciate the stock bog standard. Hello?
I love it. I love it so much.
I love how she just shows up to be like a Bloodworth kind of character for like 10 seconds in this movie, and does it with the gravitas of Michael Caine in a Muppet movie.
Absolutely. Michelle Fairley, will you do this movie? You're going to be a cancer patient, so you're not going to have to wear makeup. We're going to put your hair in a scarf. You have to do your hair. You're in 2 scenes. Fucking sign me up.
So I can do this in an afternoon?
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah,
I'm in. Write the check now.
They're like, and we need you to say everything as if it was a soundbite.
You're going to be featured heavily in the trailer.
Deal. Do I have any impact on the story as a whole? Not really.
Nope.
She's like, do I have to give a lot of exposition? Not really.
Except that she's where the whistle came from. Sorry, we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Yeah.
We're getting ahead of ourselves.
What were initial thoughts?
Fucking delighted.
I was so happy.
It
was exactly what we asked for when we said we wanted more stuff like tarot.
Yeah.
It was like they took what made tarot fun and then just polished it a little bit more.
Again, tarot gets a lot of shit from what I've seen on Letterboxd and IMDb. I had a great time. Was it the best movie? No. Is it fun? Is it schlocky and that kind of like early 2000s teen horror movie? That's what I want. That's what I fucking want.
So is Final Destination.
Yeah.
And it's amazing.
But it has that early 2000s energy of even just casting.
I agree, and I think this is actually better than tarot. Because it's so fun, and there is such an intentional 2000 sheen.
The only way that this could have been better is if the poster for it was each one of the characters in like a V formation. With just sort of a background. Yeah. And they were in order of popularity of the time.
I've got to say, though, the actual poster, which is a close-up of the whistle and the words printed in front of it, "Don't blow it." That's great.
Beautiful. And it's just, it understands itself. It takes itself the right amount of serious, and everyone knows what they're doing.
Yep.
And everyone's a really good actor. And the people that deliver their lines, the lines are just the right amount of silly in the same way that I'm like, I love this meal. This is my favorite food.
Yeah, and so I think instead of taking itself seriously, it takes itself earnestly. It knows what it is, but it's earnest about it, and it just the payoff is worth it because they're all being deadly serious, and we know we're watching a little bit of schlock.
But we also know that, like, you know, if they were real kids experiencing this, it makes sense that the things that happen, and the tropes that happen get, you know, tweaked just enough, but it makes sense that they would happen as well. And I loved it.
I will say that I think that tarot is a little bit glossier.
Well, it's more computer, which this also...
No. I mean, like in terms of like cast aesthetic and the way that it was filmed.
The CW effect.
Yeah, it has Avantika in it, first of all. Big uptick for tarot over this. But I'm not saying this is bad. I'm saying that I don't know anyone in this movie. And that is not necessarily a hindrance, but it's not a plus for me either.
I knew our two protagonists.
You did? From what?
Yeah, the main girl was well, that's because she had, you know, the reveal at the end. She was in Logan. And some other Marvel movies. She played the new Wolverine.
That's her? Mm-hmm. I did not recognize her.
Yeah, she's older. She's not a child anymore.
Because she was just in Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah. And then the other one,
I guess if she's not in costume, I don't recognize her.
The other one is young Melanie Linsky from Yellow Jackets.
Sophie Nélisse. Nélisse. Yeah, and also the beard girlfriend from Heated Rivalry.
I haven't seen that.
Daphne Keane is the Wolverine person.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then I just didn't recognize anyone in this movie that I've seen in a thing here or there.
Mm-hmm. But I was so pleased to see makeup effects. I was pleased to see practical blood with a little bit of computer. Like I've always said, like you have to have a little bit of computer, but like when someone gets lifted into the air, they are physically being lifted into the air, and then maybe stuff is happening on top of that. But it is that person is in that room being lifted,
and
stuff is happening.
And I was impressed by the sublime needle drops. The completely they did not need to go that hard, but they did.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. He literally leaned over to me. It was like, they're a band from Australia, and I leaned over and said, "I think that's a real dude on fire. I think that's a stunt man." We were all happy.
I told a whole story about the song they were playing by the Divinals, which is an Australian band. You all know the song "I Touch Myself."
When I think about you, I touch myself.
That's it. That's the Divinals. That's Chrissy Amphlett. And then
great name.
And then we got introduced. It is a great name. We got introduced to Chris while she's sitting on the roof of her building listening to "Back to the Wall," another excellent Divinal song.
Oh, I loved that introduction to her in that way. Because one, it's again very of the time we're thinking of, not the current time. It's very early 2000s. It reminded me kind of like of Hocus Pocus when What's His Tits is like studying out the window.
Oh, it reminded me of Scream 2.
That too.
Yeah.
Or like when you or Scream 1 when they have the speakers out the window and then you pan down and Tatum and Sydney are on the porch talking.
Yeah, and it also had just that slight 80s Brat Pack film that we tried to redo in the 2000s.
Right.
So it had that flavor of that.
Yeah, that weird house where like, why is there a ledge by the window? Oh, for sitting?
For
I'm
sitting.
sitting moodily. Perfect. If I had one of those outside of my window when I was growing up, I'd be sitting on that shit every fucking day.
So here's
Is that the ennui ledge?
So here's the thing. I have conflicting thoughts about this because when we're introduced to her, she's sitting on the roof, on this ledge, before school.
Yeah. Yeah.
I ain't doing shit before school.
Fully dressed,
already ready, I guess. Maybe you haven't eaten, hair and makeup done, and then just hanging out on my roof, sitting, letting time pass. But then I think...
On your first day of school.
On my first fucking day. But then I think if I had a window that opened up onto a roof, maybe I bloody would.
Maybe that would have changed your entire life.
That said, though, flipping back the other way, I always said if I had a fire escape like I see on the telly, because we don't have those not where anywhere I lived growing up in Australia, I would sit out there all the time. Right. And lo, here I have one. The only time I've ever been out there is to forcibly haul up the fire escape ladder because it fell down.
Oh, really? It's the only time you've been out there?
Never been out there.
I didn't spend a lot of time on this one, but the one at the apartment that you moved me into before you left, you abandoned us. It was COVID, but I hung out on that one a lot.
Before I Heathcliffed?
Yeah, before you just went for several years.
You heathed yourself off that cliff.
We went and saw Wuthering Heights today.
Loved it.
Wuthering Heights, yeah.
Did really enjoy it. And there was a point in the movie where Kathy is very mad at Heathcliff for running off and abandoning her. And I get thumped on the arm.
Pointedly?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Listen, she didn't bring it up. I won't either.
Shit.
At one point, Kathy goes to Heathcliff when he's just been brought home to her, and she goes, "I'll be very, very kind to you unless you're bad, and then I'll pinch you." And I was like, "Ha ha!"
Yeah. So we learnt that Charles is Catherine Earnshaw.
You're Nelly.
What?
You're Nelly.
I'm a Nelly.
We know he's Nelly.
Yeah, but I wouldn't like I'm surprised you really haven't spent much time out there.
It's never occurred. Like, I don't know. It's too low to the ground. I'm not high up enough. I feel like people would be watching me as much as I'd be watching other people.
Walk right underneath it. Look right up your butthole.
I don't want people looking at my butthole unless I ask them to.
Yeah. I'm really not asking them to look up there.
Nothing for free.
Yeah.
Well, since we want to get started on this film,
Sure.
should I go ahead and do some housekeeping?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So, spoiler warnings. This is available on a very, very limited release, but
It was.
It was. So it's out of theaters already?
When I looked at it, it was very limited. I'm not sure if
It will be by the time this comes
I'm
out.
not sure if it did well because our theater was pretty busy for that being one of 2 showings of the day and the only day that it was playing.
But
one
one
of the only days.
It's a Shudder release, so I predict it'll be on streaming pretty quickly.
Yeah, it'll be fast.
But that's not necessarily a bad thing. I'm glad it got a theatrical release.
Me too.
And I hope more people watch it on streaming because it deserves the views. Deserves the eyeballs.
It really does.
The log line is, in the supernatural horror thriller, a cursed ancient whistle found at a high school summons the inevitable deaths of those who hear its terrifying sound. So some content warnings. There's obviously going to be graphic violence and death. And because it's done with practical effects, it feels more real than we're used to. So that might surprise you. Drug content and trauma thereof. And apparently it's full of actors that nobody but me has ever heard of.
I recognize Nick Frost and Michelle Fairley and Sophie Nélisse. That's all, though. None of the others.
Okay.
All right. Do you want to do read?
Yes.
All right.
The film opens with star basketball player Mason Horse Raymore experiencing disturbing hallucinations of a burned man before collapsing in flames in his school locker room shower, witnessed by teammate Dean. Months later, newcomer Chrysanthemum, also known as Chris, Willett, moves in with relatives and starts high school, inheriting Mason's old locker. Conflict arises with Dean, who taunts her about her troubled past and her father's death. In detention, Chris, having discovered a skull-shaped whistle hidden in her locker room, tries to hide it from her teacher, Mr. Craven, but he identifies it as an ancient artifact inscribed with a warning about summoning the dead. After the teacher confiscates it, Rel steals it back, unaware of the deadly consequences tied to the cursed object.
So first thing I learned just now is that his name is Rel.
Rel.
I thought they were saying Raoul real quick.
I thought they were saying Relf. But yeah, Rel, I guess.
Interesting.
Realm. I think it's weird. I mean, it's a plot device, but like I went to a new school twice. Once when I went from private to public, and once when I briefly lived with my dad before very quickly going back to my mom's. And you don't show up with a whole bunch of people knowing who you are or where you're from, or that you
tragic
or you
backstory?
might have OD'd and that your dad's dead.
No one knows a fucking... Okay, so I've done this 22 times.
So like slightly more than I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one knows shit about you. They're all super mad to see you.
Super mad.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
New kid in school here is like, hello, who are you? Tell us your story. And you get to keep being a new person.
No, in Queensland at least, at Queensland in the 80s and 90s, a new person may potentially bring the threat of a new idea, I guess. But they just seemed resentful of the change.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
New kid was always a mystery and like a fun mystery to figure out.
I'd been a fun mystery like maybe out of the 22, maybe 3 times.
Okay. Reed, what was it like to go to school with people who knew literally everything about you all the time?
Oh, I mean, we only ever had a new kid every like 5 years, and that stopped after 4.
And even then, you got to know them for a while before they started school. Before
yeah,
the baby.
So a mystery, a fun mystery, and also angry about it?
Yeah. Weird. They didn't have any backstory, though, as far as I can.
Yeah, they were weird. They were just making it up as they came
made
along.
it up as they went along.
I really appreciate this film opening with Horse's death in a way that, if you haven't read ahead, does not give away what the plot device for who's killing who,
Right. Or how it even works.
and how it works.
You just know that it is supernatural. He knows how it happened.
Yeah, I think it's interesting to know that he knows everything.
He knows everything,
but no one else does?
no. And all we know is he's being hunted by a fire demon of some sort.
Yeah.
And it takes even better, they never go back and hang a lantern on it. They never go back and explain it and force spoon feed us
it's
with
lovely.
why he was killed by a fire demon.
And much like in The Great Muppet Caper, it's plot exposition. It has to go somewhere.
Yes.
But I like when it's folded in, folded in. And I think in a weird way, having your main like antagonist type character who's being like a big douche about things isn't always a bad way of bringing in the tragic backstory.
Sure.
Because you're getting the tragic backstory, but you're just so distracted by how annoying the person who is saying it versus when somebody's like, I have to reveal my tragic backstory. But
Yes.
this one, it was nice because he only knew part of it.
Yeah.
And so then it built up for a more emotional reveal later.
It's exposition that's there for a reason, but it's not like this is everything that happened and blah blah. Like it's not a dump.
Yeah, it was a exposition course of a mini course meal.
It wasn't like in Gale where the main character's friend and agent says, as your agent, and then starts the next sentence with, as your friend, and then starts a sentence after that with, as your agent and your friend.
And I will say that
There's a little bit of that.
we introduced the main character and her relationship to Rel. Does make sense. Like people call each other cuz and cousin, especially the way he has stoner vibe.
He does do it. He does do that annoying thing. Just because you're my cousin doesn't mean you're not, but he speaks fast, so I'll allow it.
Yeah, I've never called any of my cousins cousin.
But it's also like she just moved like the day before or something. Like she still has boxes. So it does make sense that even though they've known each other, you're establishing a relationship. Like they've never lived with each other. So it's very different than when you come downstairs like, hello, sister, as your brother, I know these things and facts about you.
And they in the beginning give you a little clue of something that comes later. Like, ugh, look at all this old people music that you like. Ugh, all these records are so old. And then you find out who they belong to.
And I liked even
later.
At a certain point, we weren't 100% sure what time we were in.
A little bit.
Referring to the Divinals as geriatric music nearly had me leave the cinema in a huff.
Mm-hmm.
I just want that on record.
Okay.
He would have done it very quickly, but he might have broken a hip.
I even put that in my review. Listen here, you little shit.
I do, like, as much as I enjoyed this movie, I think that it's weird. We find out where Horse, which, like, is that because of the basketball game or because of something else?
I don't know.
We find out how he got the whistle.
Yeah, we get that he got it from somebody, and we get the sense of the
like
moving on
from what's her tits, his grandmother who's dying.
Yeah.
He took it from her.
Catelyn Stark.
She collects them all. Mm-hmm. She collects all this old shit that she shouldn't actually have. She got it from the black market. That's more explanation later. But he got it from her. Mm-hmm. And then we have no explanation why this shows up in her locker. She's not even the one to blow it.
And Horse smashes it.
Yeah, which like it's
before he dies.
It's a mystical supernatural thing. Sure, it's going to reconstitute itself and show up somewhere else. But why her? Is it that locker specifically? He made the choice to take it and blow it. Mm-hmm. She is just stuck with this now.
I think the idea is that it is because even the old lady says like it chooses you. It's drawn to you.
Okay,
and I do think that
did she say that?
Yeah. Once we get through the whole story, I think we could say that there is kind of a narrative thread about death following you. Mm-hmm. And just because the whistle chooses you doesn't mean you have to be the one to blow it.
Right, which I think sucks. That's not fair.
Oh yeah, I don't like that even if you hear it.
Just within earshot.
But I think there's not a point where there's a point where it stretches some of its rules, but I don't think it ever breaks them.
I agree with you.
And practical effects doesn't break its own rules. There's like a sideways camera shot where somebody's crawling down a wall. It gave me everything that I wanted.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't have. It was within 90 minutes. Like perfect movie.
It was short enough. Yeah.
It is 100 minutes. Just FYI.
Really?
But it was a good 100 minutes.
It was 100 minutes that felt like 90.
Yeah. I'm good with 100 minutes. That was fine.
But this opener really helps to set the tone, helps to set up the mystery, but give you some of the rules. And like we all know, once you smash it, that's not going to work.
Yeah, it's not going to work.
But it was satisfying to see that it waited like 10 minutes for him to feel really good and happy in a end of Final Destination way, where it's like, oh no, I just took a break.
Yes,
time to go.
Right.
I will say one thing before we move on to the creator read, because I think it's omitted. Before Raoul steals it back, the teacher, Mr. Craven, named after exactly who you think he's named after, blows the whistle.
That's right. And I did like his whole little, like, I'll have to confiscate that. Looks it up on eBay.
Immediately looking up on the black market.
Yeah, to see how much it's worth.
For.
And then without actually taking pictures of it, starts looking up cruises.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So he blows in it and he dies.
Yep.
At some point.
I think it's like one thing that kind of bothered me was how quickly it just seems to happen for some people. His happened within 10 minutes.
Well, I think even that...
He's older, but still.
Well, some of that could be that... because age doesn't matter. It's the amount of time to your natural death.
Right. They say that, like, that's part of I believe, the next part, that Caitlin Stark, is that what we're calling her? Catelyn Stark. She says, when you're born, your death starts hunting you, and the whistle brings it closer to you. Mm-hmm. So I guess if you're older, it had less time to find you?
Yeah, maybe.
You're just you're right here already. Oh, great.
It was in the neighborhood.
Num.
I just saw a meme today that was like, Mum, can I put the nightlight on to sleep? And give the monsters a beacon to your location? Use your brain. Creator read?
Yeah.
And then we can explain how the teacher dies or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, okay. When the group of students blows the whistle, the sound inflicts pain and unknowingly triggers fatal phenomena. Fellow students Grace, Ellie, Dean, Rel, and Chris begin to experience ominous visions and terror. They learn from Mason's terminally ill grandmother that the whistle is an Olmec death whistle that summons the death each person is destined to face. As each student grapples with their impending fates, Dean dismisses the threat and leaves, only to die in a severe accident. Rel's premonitions of a tragic industrial accident compound the fear gripping the group, and Grace meets a horrifying end within a festival maze. Chris and Ellie's bond deepens as they face their mounting losses. Burn through a lot of plot in that, Creator.
Yeah, I think it also did that out of order because I think Grace dies first of the group because she's the one who blew the whistle.
She dies first, and what's his tits? Accident guy dies third.
That's right, because Dean is looking for Grace and doesn't believe that it's her that's dead.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then doesn't believe that the whistle's still working, and then is like drunk and sad all the time.
Yes.
Yeah, and then he dies, and then Rel. But by that point, we've learned the rules of how this works.
So they blow the whistle while all gathered at one of their houses, and then we cut back to the teacher, Mr. Craven, who is attacked by some coffee spluttery choke monster.
Mm-hmm. Just some CGI that's not terribly done.
Not terrible.
When they reach into his body cavity and squeeze his lungs.
Yes. Which, I mean, again, I think some of that is probably there was a person there doing something, and then they kind of blue screeny computer.
We also get an X-ray shot of his lungs being
That's what
squeezed.
I'm talking about.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So between that and then meeting the grandmother, we learned that, yes, you are, if you blow the whistle, you are stalked by the death you were going to have just sooner. So Mr. Craven, who is a smoker, is suddenly, in the space of 20 minutes, gets stage 4 lung cancer and dies.
And gets all skinny and...
Yes.
Loses his hair and blah, blah, blah.
So we are to assume that Horse died in a fire somewhere.
Right. Yep.
And Grace
dies of old age.
Old age.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So a very, very old version of herself chases her, and then she just kind of decays.
Mm-hmm. And what I like is that in each one of these, we get a little clue as to kind of how it works. And a lot of those threads kind of come back together at the end.
Yes.
With, we learned that like Grace tries to defend herself against the specter of her own death and succeeds in hitting it in the head while also getting a head wound.
Oh yeah, if you hurt it, it hurts you because it's
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, and it's just you. But it also that kind of head wound didn't kill her.
Which is when we learn that, because we had no idea that Smokey Monster Guy or the teacher cancer monster were specifically them. We just were like, that's their death haunting them.
Yeah.
Oh, it's actually them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then
They don't reveal that to the third death.
we see other characters sort of see like they're being stalked by something, but you don't know what they are, and you think it is a creature, like in Smile, like in Final Destination, like in It Follows.
Yeah.
But it's actually you, and I think that it does we're not going to go too far out of our comfort zone, but just enough to make it fun.
Because
and that adds a little spice.
It's also not strictly that. It's not always a vision of you that does the killing, because two of them happen differently.
Yeah, I also think that like this is a kind of way for this movie to do what 80s slashers used to do, which is like, don't do drugs, don't have sex, don't do blah, blah, blah. This is don't smoke, don't drink and drive, don't get old.
Don't work in a factory.
Don't work in a factory as a teenager.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like a little bit of that. And then what's her name? Grace? When Grace blows the whistle in the jacuzzi, 1, not fair to everyone else that they're stuck in this now.
No.
2, I thought her annoying little brother who makes 2 little things would be affected by that somehow, and they would have forgotten that he was part of it.
I wondered that
Yeah,
too.
I was.
And
I
3,
can see that.
the amount of beer bottles that are empty next to Dean in the hot tub is crazy for a high school student.
But they built that as part of his character.
No, I know that he's like a teen drinker and is drinking and driving. Bad. I don't approve of that at all. There are like 12 beers next to this kid, and he is not slurring at all. And then he gets kind of sloppy in the car.
And it's a Monday.
And it's a Monday. He's drinking he's drinking at least 2 6-packs by himself because they're all on his side. So you assume that he drank them all. That's crazy. In high school, like 3 beers will get you absolutely shit-faced.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't drink in high school.
I did not drink until the day of my 18th
Nope.
birthday.
Same as me.
I didn't drink until I
In
was
my
like
21st
25?
birthday, the first time alcohol ever touched these lips.
You're a liar and a bitch.
These lips are for serving Jesus.
What's the throat for?
Sucking dick. Speaking of sex, the line Chris and Ellie's bond deepens as they face their mounting losses. What this credit read means is they make out while listening to Concrete Blonde.
Yeah.
And then fall onto the bed and roll on top of each other, and it is cute at first. Like their little whole like flirtation where she looks, then she looks, and then she's texting and worried about what she texts.
One, that scene was very funny.
was so
I did
fun.
like the texting scene.
Might have
Was
been
very funny.
The best way of showing text on screen that I've ever seen, because they actually, the way that it like moved through the screen, I was like, okay, brilliant.
Yeah, I liked that. Couple things we've kind of skipped over. One, our protagonist and our secondary protagonist, I guess,
Our deuteragonist.
Lesbian. We have our LGBTQ plus leading lady, and the woman she met 2 days ago that she would literally die for.
And I like that none of their problems are caused by or because of their lesbianism.
None.
It is incidental to their lives.
Zero homophobia in this.
Lovely.
Even with the weird preacher guy who was a drug dealer.
Yep.
Zero homophobia in this movie.
So
hooray.
So the biggest roles so far for Sophie and Elise are lesbian in Yellow Jackets, beard girlfriend in a gay hockey show, and lesbian in a horror movie.
Yeah. But again.
And so you're saying is also she is doing a little bit of eating no matter what.
I get that teen hormones and teen emotions run rampant. She, again, met her 2 days ago and is ready to die for this woman.
Lesbians.
Teens.
I'm sorry, teen lesbians.
Okay.
Also, they're protagonists in a horror film. It
I
tracks.
feel a little bit different because we're like, I'm willing to do like a lot of stuff. Die for you. I didn't even meet your parents yet.
You're not a lesbian and you're not a teenager.
Yeah.
I was
Also,
a lesbian teenager.
I need to backtrack a bit.
Please.
Did you try to make a joke earlier, but Charles talked at the top of you about
I would never do such a thing.
About Sophie and Elise because she I could be saying her name wrong this whole time. I don't even know. Because she has played a lesbian so many times that whatever role she's in, she eats.
yeah, and also in Yellow Jackets, they're cannibals. So
Oh, I thought you were just referring to Box, but okay.
That's the straightest thing you've ever said. Thought you were just talking about Box.
I saw
Christopher.
a woman on TikTok a couple of days ago was like stitched a very uptight conservative woman and was like, she needs her Box 8. And I was like, I'm taking that. So yeah, I meant Box.
No, when you said, so I thought you were just talking about Box. That was very straight.
Sophie Nellis.
Oh, it was close.
Sophie and Elise.
Sophie Nellis.
Sophie Nellis Baxter.
You have to be
Shauna
Sophie
Shipman.
Nellis. Sophie and Elise.
That's it. Why are you doing it with an Italian accent?
Sophie and Elisa. Sophie Mona Lisa.
I don't know.
Spaghetti Mona Lisa.
I don't know what happened to her.
Well, her mic's off now, so.
Hooray.
Is there more to talk about with the middle bit of the movie?
I would say that the graphics for Dean's death, which is weirdly it's horrifying, but
drawn out.
But a little bit drawn out, but very well done. It's practical and CGI is both. It's done really interestingly. And this fact that his parents are trying to get into his room and then can you imagine like what they have to go through to be like, what the fuck just happened in front of us?
They see the tail end of it.
Yeah.
Let's explain it because this kind of death happens twice.
Yeah.
So Dean, as established, teen drinker and a bit of a problem with drink driving. And that is how he dies, except he's in his room.
Yeah.
When suddenly his body goes through the entire process of being in a car accident.
Yes.
So he's lifted into the air, doubles over as if there has been an impact, and then we all watch shot by shot as the various parts of his body get fucked up, including like where his skull gets grazed by, I assume, hitting the bitumen.
Possibly, yeah.
And his...
The pavement.
I love, like, they just blew a fan in his face and then threw stuff at it with a little bit of CG, but the fan in his face made him look
Read. I agree with you. There are practical effects in this movie that are excellent. This sequence is CGI to the balls.
But not his. Okay, fine. But
It's CGI to the box. I don't know.
So scary.
So scary. There's so much CGI on his face, in his mouth, up his butt. I don't know.
Watching his fingers break all sideways.
yeah.
And
well,
then the other hand splits
Yep.
from the middle fingers down laterally. I can't even think of what that hit.
It would have I don't know, glass or something. Like you've never seen like a car accident person like that. You can get real fucked up, and you don't know whether or not how you were hit, what you were hit by, whether or not you're wearing a seatbelt.
I
Like,
don't
you
think
can
that
you can
split
get
was
fucked up in a
CG
car
though.
accident.
I think that was a. I
Reed?
think that might have been a latex.
Hit him in the face. Hit him right in the face.
Read it
When he
was,
hit with his hand was split, he was looking at it.
read it
That
was CG.
Yeah, it was a real CG.
All right, I'll have to re-see it again. But
For me, it was the temple. It was the skin on the temple. Watching it like just disappear off his face and
Yep.
being
Oh,
like,
yeah.
"What's happening? Oh God, he's hit the.
Yep.
He's hit the road." Ugh.
Yep. Yuck.
And then
I think is that the most graphic death? No, I guess. Well, I guess the next one you don't really see a lot.
it's just a lot of spinning and blood.
Yeah.
yeah, and that one was also like a little CG-ish, but he was vaporized in that one.
That one
like there was no goop.
Yeah, that one's fun because you can just have like something on the other side of his body just spraying.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
you're like, what's
Spoiler:
happening over there?
he gets pulled up into a big grinder
yeah,
and pulverized, except the grinder is invisible.
yeah,
Yeah.
So we just see him float into the air and then spin a bunch
shoot up.
and go.
But I think they kind of hit the boxes of like you had to have the chase
Box.
scene. Boxes. They had the chase scene, which was Grace.
Yep.
They had the graphic death. They had the scary death, and then like the ghosty is right behind you when you were looking the other way,
Yeah.
and then you have to have the let's get this over with. You out of time.
Oh, we also had the unconscious, possibly about to die, sinking beneath the water, floating, which is just being shot in slow motion with a fan on you.
Yep.
And then the light slowly dims away as you sink beneath the surface. Like,
Yeah.
all the boxes.
Yeah, the
metaphor laden death.
I think
Yes.
it's interesting, like, because we see Grace's death by her pool that night, and then we also see Chris's death when what's her tits is dying of cancer. So, like, again, it's the timeline thing for me. Like, hey, you're just here to. Is this a warning? Or if you're here, why not now?
You just playing silly buggers? What's
Yeah.
going on?
Why just do it?
Yeah.
Then.
It
Or
does-
you want an audience. You want my friends to see it. Okay, got it.
In fact, the opposite. I think the deaths always happen when people are alone. The boy gets chased by his death, and when he's alone, I mean, his friends come in when he's already on fire. But like the boy's alone in his room. In fact, the only other one is that it doesn't happen when they're alone would be Raoul, because they're seeing it in front of him. But by that point, like they believe, and I guess technically how our main character dies.
Grace, when she's running through the maze, our characters aren't seeing her, but she's running past and into other people.
Yeah.
So she's not alone.
But
yes.
when she dies, she's all by herself.
I guess so.
So I do think that sometimes it seems like they're waiting for,
little,
when you're by yourself or when it will hurt the most. I don't know.
I'll get you.
Plus, it's a very standard and
Yeah, I know.
necessary horror movie thing to have scares.
Yeah.
But it can be annoying when they're like, okay, why don't you just kill them now?
Yeah. Right.
You would have saved yourself a lot of time
Yeah.
and bother.
Yeah. You might have got them if they weren't, if you didn't give them so much time to get prepared.
Yeah.
I almost wonder if the whistle wants to be like, well, we can't stretch credulity that much. Like the boy on fire, they can write off as a gas leak, but the kid who gets squished inside of his own bedroom, it's a mystery for the ages. Who knows?
Squished. He was
Old lady dies in a corn maze. That's easy to explain
old
away.
lady dies in corn maze. Teen girl wearing the exact same outfit.
Yeah.
Inexplicably missing.
Yeah.
Good for that old lady dressing like a Halloween slut. Proud of her. She didn't care what she looked like.
But yeah, I feel like this read is leaving out the drug dealer preacher completely.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
Which also, if we did for this movie, for the most part, yep.
But he was like, I don't know, he was threaded through enough that he did feel like he wasn't just pulled out of nowhere.
Right, but like if you just took him out of the movie, the same thing kind of happens, I guess.
Except that he's
for the very,
crucial.
very end of it.
Spoiler alert, the cheetah read halfway through introduces him as a dangerous antagonist.
Ooh.
So we can elaborate on who he is now, and then
Okay.
it'll make sense. But yes, he's the youth
The youth
preacher.
pastor.
So
Youth
already
pastor?
a no.
Yeah.
Already a creep.
But also a drug dealer.
But also a drug dealer
Who's
killed a character we never meet.
Yeah. Who is hated by the characters we do know because he's responsible for the death of someone, yes.
A death of someone that's only ever mentioned as, you killed him!
It is funny because for me, it's enough to hate a character just by saying he's a youth pastor.
Oh, same.
But it feels like the movie was like, all right, well, we have to like get you a little more on board to like root for this guy to no, I'm good. He's got a guitar. Yeah, we're done. He's telling people come to church. It's okay to be confused and mixed up. Sometimes God works in mysterious ways. If he said any of those things,
being a youth pastor and a drug dealer is like, it kind of makes sense. There's something always real shady about most youth pastors. They're either druggy or like molesty.
Molesty is a lot.
Lots of molesty.
It feels like that's where you really learn, especially in like the evangelical Christian church, how cognitive dissonance works. And that almost seems to be like their purpose because they're there to be like, I'm going to talk, to the kids. And so I'm going to basically like,
what up, fellow youths?
Yeah. I'm going to turn the chair around
and say, let's rap.
But they do that, even though it's a little lame, it's a lot more, in a weird way, gateway to evangelicalism.
Yeah. Open up your Bibles to Matthew 6-7.
Yeah.
Also, you said doo-doo.
Doo-doo. So yeah, having him be also what everyone would consider a bad guy.
Yeah, so
is nice.
Youth pastor, check. Deals drugs, maybe killed a kid, check. Also gives one of our main characters a bloody nose, check. I say, okay, we get it. He's not a good guy.
Yeah.
Whereas Stephen King would just be like, he's religious. The worst character you've ever seen.
Yeah.
Done and done.
Done and done.
All right, do you want to do Cheetah Read?
Sure. Desperate to escape their predetermined deaths, the friends return to Mason's grandmother, who hints the curse might be averted by offering another soul. As Rel contemplates marking someone to swap fates, he is killed in a tragic encounter at the steel mill. Realizing they must temporarily die to overcome the curse, Chris and Ellie attempt to stop their hearts and revive each other, only for Noah, a dangerous antagonist so scary, to disrupt their plan. The curse transfers to him, and he is killed by a grotesque version of himself. In the aftermath, Chris and Ellie survive and enter a relationship. A mid-credit scene shows a new student finding the whistle in another locker, suggesting the cycle may continue.
I actually thought it was the same locker.
No, it doesn't say horse on it. But when she walked by, like I told you when we left, when she was walking towards us, I was like, that's not a regular extra. It's not a regular extra. The camera's following her. I knew it!
For a minute, I thought that the rules of the movie were going to be broken because the guy wasn't able to shoot Rel. And Rel's like, this isn't how I die. I know how I die.
Yeah.
And when they come up with that plan, I thought it was going to be like Smile or something where it was going to be like, you think you've got it figured out. And then what I liked is that they answered it. And they were like, no, that is how she died. Because her death is the death that they're causing.
Yeah.
To her.
The exact same thing with both, what's Yellow Jackets' name? Ellie. With both Chris and Ellie, in that they see their death. Chris, who has had a drug problem, sees her death as being overdosing, needle in her arm. And Ellie, who is diabetic, sees her death.
Who up until this point, we've been told multiple times is diabetic.
Yes.
Yeah, almost in a way where it's just like, this is Chekhov's
insulin?
Insulin, yeah.
She sees her death as having some kind of seizure, which makes sense for their characters. But then the fact that they actually make that happen themselves intentionally, chef's kiss. I like that.
It's a nice little, like, it doesn't break the rules.
Nope.
And but it makes the whole, like, Ellie coming back, I think even work because she did die. And the point was that she was able to be brought back. She had to choose.
Ellie didn't die.
Not Ellie. Sorry, Chris. Chris's whole thing with being under the water and being dragged by her death. It was like, she's already dead.
Ugh.
It's that at that point, she realized that it was just kind of trying to convince her not to go back.
That's right.
So,
okay, why did you go,
ugh? When she's getting dragged down in the water, first of all, sometimes I never know how they film those things. So I'm like, that's a lot of time in the water. You have to like have one of those breathing tube things or whatever.
No. Look at their hair. If their hair
is blowing.
does
the wind.
this, it's underwater. If the hair looks like it's being blown by a fan or a hairdryer in slow motion, they're just lying on a box doing this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then you can do stuff with lights and gels.
Yeah, sure.
But it was a nice effect.
But I think that I think it's very interesting that Chris was terrified of her death because she's had a drug problem and she does not want to use again. She does not want to overdose again. She is terrified of how she's going to die. She does not want to die that way, which gives her an extra oomph of, we're going to figure this the fuck out.
Yeah.
And then when you find out that the needle in her arm is not an overdose, it's Ellie, who stabbed her with a sleeping goo.
Sure.
By surprise.
By surprise.
Because they came up with a plan.
As someone who's interning in a hospital wanting to be a doctor, just stabs it right in her arm.
Yeah.
And then we see Ellie in her doctor's scrubs having a seizure, which I'm not sure that someone who's diabetic and also eventually a doctor, it says Dr. Ellie Mola on it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure that person would necessarily die of a insulin seizure, but you never know. I'm not a doctor, unlike Ellie. So, but having all that is really interesting to me, how they weaved that together. Because I didn't necessarily see her not. And once the needles were coming out, I was like, "Oh, okay, that's the needle that's going to go in her arm. I get it now."
Yeah, but I was like pleased by that.
But when
like,
she's being dragged down under the water by her own death, and then in order to escape death, you just have to want to live. Eat shit.
But that's the thing is,
Eat shit.
All of the revival techniques,
You just have to want it bad enough.
but those
Fuck off.
revival techniques weren't working
I
in
feel
a way
like-
that they probably could have.
Yeah.
And I think the idea is that yes, it's a little love wins, but I think some of that was that in the same way that the gun didn't work because the death goddess or whatever wasn't going to let it happen.
Right.
I think that all the CPR wasn't working because Ellie wasn't letting it happen.
I agree.
Or Chris wasn't letting it
I
happen.
agree. I think
Chris herself wasn't letting it.
Yeah.
I agree with you, Charles, for that concept, eat shit. But I think in this specific instance, Chris did need to choose it.
Sure. And then also for Ellie to be using the, what are those called?
Defibrillator.
Yeah.
That. Be using that in a puddle of water.
I thought that
I was
hilarious.
like, okay, I guess you're not meant to die now either, because that would just kill you.
But yeah,
All that electricity in that pile of water, everyone would die.
I liked that the paddle was taken out by the guy just randomly firing, which was hilarious because it kind of upped the stakes.
I like that too because I also I'd barely finished the thought of awfully convenient that just happened to have a mobile defibrillator in this garage in this mechanic, and then never mind, it was shot anyway. Okay, fine, fuck me.
Yep.
Right, and it is normal to have. It's been, required in a lot of buildings now to have mobile defibrillator units.
That seems crazy.
Yeah. So, basically, if you ever saw Final Destination 2 and Final Destination 5 and wanted both of those protagonists think that's how you escape death in those movies, one, drowning yourself, Kimberly, in Final Destination 2, and sacrificing someone else to save yourself, Final Destination 5. I agree with Rel. I'm going to pass this on to someone who is a fucking drug dealer.
And like I said to you when we came out of the movie, the minute the old lady, Catelyn Stark, said you can pass death on to someone else by marking them with your blood, I literally thought on the spot Chris was just going to go prick, boop, on Grandma's forehead.
I was thinking that too.
She was in the exit lounge anyway.
Yeah.
and her death was in the mirror.
Yeah. They called her boarding pass. Ding ding.
Yep.
Section 7, line up.
Take my
It
ticket.
almost
Boop.
felt like she was trying to be like, just
Wink, wink.
wink,
Yeah.
wink. I'm tired. I'm real tired.
Do you have 30 minutes?
But I liked that Rel was obsessed with this comic character who's basically the Punisher, and then when it came down to it,
Slash the Crow?
slash
Slash
Spawn,
Batman?
yeah.
Slash Dark something.
I was getting the Crow.
A lot of the
in
Crow.
the movie. It's called the Revenger. But yeah.
But the stuff that happens makes sense. He makes him take drugs, and I think some of that is because he feels bad that this guy's going to die, but also he wants this guy to suffer the way the kid did, because he was like, one will make the guy says one will make you fly, two will make you
One will make you happy, two will make you fly.
and then he goes, what'll three make you do? And apparently trip balls.
Yeah.
But
For exactly 10 minutes.
But then the tripping balls ends up working as part of the ending.
Yeah.
Because he does really get high on himself. So it's believable that what happens, which is he comes after the girls. He's almost got him. You know, he's about to shoot him. And then he sees the puddle of blood in his ball-tripping state, constantly repeating himself how he's washed in the blood of the lamb and how Rel wasn't able to mark him because Rel wasn't willing to do that to another person. So Rel literally sacrificed himself because he had the guy.
I think Rel was about to. I think Chris and Ellie literally stopped him.
Yeah.
No, because remember, he was putting his hand there and he could not make himself do it. Because the girls
would have been no problem for me.
Yeah, even I would have had it. Like once you're there, if I've tied you to a chair and force fed you drugs, okay,
because I know that
splat on the chest.
Whatever happens to you, the cops are going to look at that and be like, no, we're just going to call this unsolved.
With how would they do it in Final Destination 5 where they just talk about pushing some random person in front of a bus or whatever? I don't agree with that. With this one, it's a specific person that has caused chaos and death in your community.
Who deserves it?
I'd be like, boop, and you can go.
And it makes sense that Rel has finally reached that point where he's so emotionally on the edge that he's willing to almost do it.
Yeah.
And then having the guy himself do it out of his own hubristically fueled drug state, and then he does it in a religious-y kind of way by like grabbing it,
which was very funny.
So good.
And then we get the payoff of what we learnt with Grace when she hit the old lady with the shovel and got a mark on her own head. Noah, what's he called in the cheetah read?
Dangerous
antagonist.
Dangerous antagonist.
He marks himself with the blurred.
The blurred.
And then he sees his own spectre coming towards him and he shoots it. So essentially just shoots himself a bunch of times.
Yeah. Question.
Yes.
Because as we've seen all of our characters, their deaths, what they look like when they're dead, when they're hunting themselves. How did Noah die in the future? Because all I see is a bloated guy with his shirt unbuttoned and like a swollen eye.
Yeah.
Super bloated.
I assume in like a lounge chair as an old or middle-aged man, either choked to death or on drugs himself.
I might assume on drugs, but like his face was all bloated.
I thought, is that an alcoholism thing or maybe just stung by a bunch of hornets?
Or like...
I would interpret it as he died alone and maybe nobody found him for...
Okay.
But I know the idea is that the death is supposed to cause all the wounds.
Right.
So, maybe he drowned. Maybe he was a bloated corpse in
Could be. I just couldn't figure out how he died. And I was like, oh, it's just a gross looking corpse thing.
And
all right.
They did a little bit of... there was like glowing eyes and sharp teeth, and it is treated like death is a thing to be avoided and afraid of instead of just a natural part of being a human being.
I mean, we do get Christopher's favorite thing, which is a happy ending.
Yeah.
Love it.
And with a lot of these movies that are like this, Smile, Final Destination, they follow Truth or Dare.
You're not really safe.
Like, there's no way to like get away from. There's no real loophole to get out of it because even if you have a happy ending, something happens in a coda or something happens in the next movie or something happens where like, oh, okay, those people actually died.
Yeah.
Never mind. The only person to survive Final Destination was Kimberly in 2. She never died in that movie and she never came back for another one. They didn't kill her off. They were supposed to kill her off in 3 on the subway, but they didn't. So, but like this one, the characters actually win.
Yeah.
And then it may get passed on to someone else, the girl who opens her locker later.
Jumanji rules.
Yeah, it's very like you can throw it away, but some
Someone's
Dutch
gonna find it.
children are going to find it on the beach.
I do like that the Aztec death whistle is very specifically like, I'm going to stay in this high school.
Yeah.
For round 3.
They're like, yum, yum, yum. This is good eating.
Yeah. These kids are real dumb.
These kids love blowy whistles.
With the exception of these 2, I got a whole bunch of them. I'm going to try again.
Yeah. You know what? Third time's a charm.
Yeah. Only this high school.
But technically, then, I mean, it hasn't happened yet. So that means the whistle was blown 3 times. Once before the movie started.
Yep.
So, but because we see the end of it, that's part of the movie. Second time is when the teacher does it. Third time is when Grace does it.
Which I thought our sequel bait was going to be brother somehow. He was either they were either going to forget him or he was going to end up with the whistle somehow because he really is there just for her to yell at him to go away twice.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure he has a line.
No,
maybe mom says come inside.
Yeah, he says you're going to turn to a prune.
I looked it up, by the way. Neither Reddit nor Wikipedia nor IMDb knows how Noah died or what his death was.
Okay.
We just know that he was bloated.
So we'll just have to wait for the special features on the DVD.
I guess.
Yeah.
Would Britney Spears survive in this film universe?
Yes.
Sure.
Would Leslie Ann Warren survive in this movie?
Yes, I think.
Okay.
I had to check my heart. Yes, I think. Would Kylie Minogue survive in this film?
I think so. Nothing musical about that whistle. So
Yeah.
This movie is the reason why Flo Rida's whistle has been stuck in my head for days. Whistle, baby.
Speaking
whistle,
of
baby, let me know.
musicians,
Ooh.
this week's randomly generated diva, would Sarah Bareilles survive in this film universe? Are you laughing at Reed mouthing who is that?
No, because I didn't see that. Also very funny. I just think that's a very funny choice for this film.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Sarah Bareilles is a singer-songwriter. She had her biggest hit or two big hits were Brave and Love Song, as in, I'm not gonna write you a love song.
Oh, I have heard that one.
She also wrote the music for The Waitress and wrote the music for and stars in the Netflix comedy series Girls 5 Ever.
Yep.
Which every fucker looking at you should watch.
I wanna see you be brave.
I've heard that one too.
Yep.
Because no one seems to have watched Girls 5 Ever.
I have.
But you haven't watched the most recent
Not
season.
all of it. I've seen a lot of the first season, and I liked it.
You haven't even seen the second season?
No.
You're
He
a piece,
hasn't even seen the whole first season.
I liked it.
you're a piece
I
of
like
shit.
it a lot.
Okay, so for anyone else who's like, I haven't watched it either, what is it? It's, first of all, Sarah Bareilles in it, very funny, also writes the songs, which are very funny, but also Renee Elise Goldsberry, also Busy Phillips, also Paula fucking Pell, and Ashley Park, briefly.
And
Erica Henningsen.
yeah, 2 of the original cast of Mean Girls on Broadway. It was written by Tina Fey.
Oh, actually, it's also got 3. It's got 3. Gray Hansen. He's in it for a couple of episodes. What, you haven't even seen that far? You're in deep shit,
I
my
actually
friend.
don't remember what I've seen. I remember I've seen the first season. I don't remember any of it.
Amber Ruffin shows up?
They're a girl group, right?
Yes.
Okay, yep. I knew that.
So they're a girl
There's
group.
5 of them.
They're a girl group
There's 4 of
from the early 2000s who were superstars. One of them dies tragically. They break up. 20 years later, their song gets sampled in a brand new rap song, and they get a brief resurgence, a bit of virality because that group that everyone forgot about from 20 years ago, and they reform.
Yeah.
Like how Kate Bush was brought back
Kind of.
because Gen Z heard about them for the first time in
But like,
Stranger Things.
they're invited to be on the late night debut of the song, like to be on stage and be like, look, the girls are here while I sampled their song. And I'm like,
Yes.
rappy rap.
It's so funny. And every song, which you can get on Spotify, is very funny.
I'm afraid that after I die, someone will have sex with my dead body and be like, not worth it.
Anyway, this is not a podcast about Girls Forever, though it could be.
Could be.
Let's do Patreons and emails.
Yay. We have 0 Patreons.
It's what we deserve. Although, just so everyone...
we deserve.
Understandable.
just so everyone knows, going forward for this year, and I think from my calculations, all of this year, all of next year, and a bit of the year after that, if you're on... Which tier is it, Charles, that you get my audiobook?
Oh,
one of the tiers.
It's the top one. It's prestige.
Prestige level horror Patreon subscribers get. I have been doing horror short stories, but they are really hard to find because they're all bad. They're so bad. Yellow Wallpaper is the only one I've enjoyed reading. The rest have all been like, I get to the end of it, I'm like, this wasn't even fucking scary.
I was gonna say that's the only one I've recommended to you.
It went great. Also, after I read it, I discovered A, my sister has read it and loved it, and B, there was a copy of it in this apartment.
I did find a novella that I was like, if he was still doing stuff, it's called A Short Stay in Hell.
Well, I am still doing stuff. Remember when I got in touch via email with my favorite author?
Yes.
About doing an audiobook of his debut novel, which doesn't exist.
Yes.
And he was like, let me check with my publishers. There really isn't a lot of interest in audiobooks for something 20 years old and the first thing I ever wrote. Actually, 30 years old now, maybe. I'm doing that for our Patreon subscribers. I'm doing Michael Marshall Smith's Only Forward. If you are Michael Marshall Smith, no, I'm not. If you're listening, I'm not. I've already done chapter 1 and chapter 2 is coming out end of this month.
Yeah.
So he gets free access to the audiobook.
No, he does not. He doesn't know it exists.
Yeah.
Oh.
Also, he's not a Patreon subscriber. And if he is, then I will pivot real quick.
Yeah, give me a cease and desist.
You told me you were going to get back to me, and I didn't hear shit from you. It's been 2 years.
Yeah.
I very much appreciated the first 2 emails we had, but then you stopped. So that's on offer for you if you sign up to our Patreon. Otherwise, emails.
Emails. Our first email is from Matt. Subject line is cabin rules. Gentlemen, catching up on some past episodes, I have been gratified to find people who share my opinions on what can be called a cabin in movies.
Not a fucking chalet. Chateau, I mean.
My wife, Marissa Canadian Money.
Oh!
Keep it in the family.
This is Mr. Canadian Money.
Yeah.
Mr. Canadian Money? Is there a Mr. Canadian Money? Sorry, Mr. Canadian Money, you're no longer Matt.
Wait, what was the one from your email? Mrs. Butt Stuff?
Backdoor Becky?
Becky backdoor. Yes.
My wife, Marissa Canadian Money, and I were complaining about it during Keeper. I have made a handy checklist for Hollywood's reference, which I attach here. All the best, Matt Canadian Money.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And then there's this, which I will write to Matt after this and ask if we can share on our socials with credit to him.
I love it.
An actual cabin checklist. You must score at least 6 out of 10 to call the thing in your movie a, quote, cabin. Otherwise, it's a chalet, a country home, or a, quote, getaway for rich dinks.
Yes.
Number 1. The toilet experience is disturbing in at least one fundamental way. 2, bears.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
3, no running water / water requires some sort of filtration to remove grit and stank.
I don't love this in terms of me going to a cabin, but this certainly does mean that's
is a real cabin.
That's a fucking cabin.
Yeah. 4, any meal or bathroom time could be interrupted by a squirrel / possum or bat at any moment.
Love it.
5, may not have mice, but feels like it should have mice.
Ah, yes. No, that it's taking me to a place.
Or recently had mice.
Yep. 6, neighbors have angry dogs, guns, or angry dogs with guns. Matt, this is very funny.
This is good.
7, windows are single pane and divided into smaller panes held in with some sort of pre-war goo.
Yes.
Correct. Also correct.
Absolutely.
Pre-war goo, yeah.
I actually would put that higher up on the list. I know that it's a checklist for points, but
Yeah.
you know.
8, livable for 2.5 seasons max. Winter is death fuckery.
Yes.
Correct.
Am I up to 9? 9, yeah. 9, smells of pine, wood smoke, and 10,000 canned bean farts.
Yes.
I shouldn't. The reaction I had to that should not have been one of like, oh, what a treat.
So excited.
So excited
to be full of 10,000 canned bean farts.
It was mostly the pine and wood smoke, but yeah.
We know that's not true.
You'll have a dense bean salad now, and that's canned beans.
Oh man, I've got the firmest shits right now.
You put pine nuts on that, it's just basically.
And number 10 out of 10, more bears.
More bears.
Okay, can we add that checklist to my checklist, which is it can't be more than 50% glass.
Yes.
And it cannot have a mezzanine.
Correct.
Yes. And
I agree with you.
And mine where, well, I guess it kind of includes that, but you can't have all gaps sealed. It cannot be like hermetically sealed.
That's crazy. No. That's wild to me.
If there is a staircase in that cabin, it had better lead to a loft, which I know feels like a mezzanine, but it's different.
It has to be a loft. One wall in the cabin could be a tarp.
Yes.
Sure.
And like that thing's got a creak.
Yeah.
And even like it can be.
Oh, Matt, this is great though. I'm very much enjoying this.
Matt, this is lovely.
Not hermetically sealed. I don't mind if you feel safe from the elements when you're inside. You don't need to be seeing rain or wind, but you do once you're inside with the door shut. You do have to hear.
Yeah. But if you close the door and it is hermetically sealed, there's not a cabin make.
There should be
That's right. That's a front-loading washing machine.
There should be no comfortable distance from the wood-burning stove. You're either too close to it and you're too hot, or you're too far away from it and you're cold.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
There is no comfortable place to sit in the cabin.
If there is a wood-burning stove, which there needn't be at all, but if there is one, that is also the only way you can cook anything.
Yep. All right.
There isn't also a kitchen.
Correct. Okay. All right. Deal.
Okay.
Matt,
We have a lot of cabin opinions.
Matt, I'm going to write you back and ask if we can post this.
I love it.
With credit to you, I need to know what your socials are.
Thank you, Mr. Canadian Money.
Thank you, Mr. Canadian Money. Please give our
warmest regards, our love to Mrs. Canadian Money.
to Mrs. Marissa Canadian Money. Yes, thank you. Why can't I remember regards?
I don't know.
What's the whenever I can't remember a word, which
Well,
is so stupid. Our next email is submitted via
Form submission.
It's from Sydney. Hello, Sydney. Subject is message from Jude. Dear CRC, this message comes straight from the kid herself. Quote, hi, Christopher. Hi, Charles. Hi, Reed. My name is Jude. I like it when you play my songs on the podcast and you get the words wrong. You should say water bottle. Bye.
Water bottle.
Water bottle.
Okay, here's the thing. Sometimes, Jude, give us some lyrics.
Yeah.
Dude, you can't send us a cease and desist.
We're doing our best.
We're doing our best trying to interpret art here. It is not easy.
Yeah, even Tate McRae or Cat's Eye, the second a song drops, it's on geniuslyrics.com. I can go look up what it is.
I love all of my things in my house on azlyrics.com.
Yeah, I need Jude. Your team doesn't have your back. Perhaps we should represent you from here on out.
Jude, we can get you karaoke machines.
Wait, hang on. Hold on.
We're promising presents already.
Hold on. Jude, we can get you, this is our guarantee as your new team, we can get you exactly whatever your mother is giving you right now.
Yes. Exactly.
Except food and shelter and clothes.
It's already been provided.
You
see what I'm saying?
No, it's being provided by us.
I'm talking career-wise, not survival-wise. Yeah. Her management and agent and
I mean the
lawyers.
same thing.
Okay.
Reed's trying to offer perks.
Yeah,
I'm saying the perks that we offer are whatever is currently being offered.
Are you offering publicly gifts to a small child that you've never met on the internet? Reed? What?
It was appropriate use for it.
Our third and final email is titled Silent Hills, and it is from Todd. Hello, in Linda Belcher voice, Chareedstifer. I'll take it.
I'll take it.
I can't do a Linda.
Hello, Chareedstifer.
I'm close. That's
Yeah.
also like an old witch, but sure. I really appreciated your long episode on Return to Silent Hill. It is one of my favorite franchises. I had to rewatch all of them and do a deep dive into the video game lore, making my appreciation of the movies even greater. Have you seen Silent Hill Ascension on Tubi? I have not. Interactive TV show? It's next on my list. I played most of the first game many years ago and loved being terrified by it, but couldn't finish it because I do not pick up an item near the beginning of the game and could not progress any further.
Oh.
Yeah, I remember
That's
that. Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
What is it? I don't remember the first
No,
one
I remember
well.
that frustration of being I
You have
bricked
to go
myself.
all the way back? Yeah. Fuck. Or if you even can go all the way back sometimes. Anyway, did you ever make the trip to Centralia? No, we did not. It's still on the fucking list. We got to go there.
Still on the list. And in answer to Silent Hill Ascension, I heard it was hot garbage.
I didn't know
really?
you could do an interactive thing on Tubi.
Yep.
Oh, no. Because at first it wasn't on your phone or YouTube or something when it first came out, and now it's been moved to Tubi. Anyway, I drove through the ghost town many times as a child with my grandparents on our way to their cabin in Sullivan County. Only a few houses remain. So you've been there, Todd. Oh, I'm jealous. I always wanted to get out and explore, but was denied every time. I don't think you can even drive through it anymore. The road now goes around the town. Oh, well, we'll see about that, Todd. That's what's supposed to happen at Silent Hill, too. Lastly, I am usually not one to call out to other emailers, but Sydney, that email you wrote about being trapped by the snow was amazing.
Yes.
And hysterical. Yes, it was, Sydney.
Yes, it was.
I've written a book and several short stories, and I can only aspire to be that funny.
Oh.
Thank you for making me literally LOL. How I died this week? The vet. Not for me, for my dog. One of my dog's nails split all the way to the base.
Oh, baby.
And after a week of waiting to see if it would heal, it didn't. The vet had to peel it off, cut the quick, and stop the profuse bleeding by jamming a septic stick in the nail bed. Much like Charles's dislike of degloving, the nail removal made me queasy and sick with worry. I blacked out, fell onto the nail clippers, which conveniently went right through my ear and into my brain, dead, until my zombie corpse returns, Todd.
Thank you, Todd. And yes, I agree with Todd. That email from Sydney was... That's why I'm so mad at Sydney. Too funny.
Yeah.
I don't appreciate the competition.
The competition?
I don't appreciate the competition.
Sydney, genius email writer, mother of prodigal June, who is a music talent unsurpassed by any other.
Yeah. So a family of...
Really gifted family.
Really killing it over there.
Yeah.
You assholes.
I don't care for it.
I don't care for it either. Watch how you step, Sydney. Anyway, that's all my emails.
Well, if you would like to write us an email, you can find that information on dirtylhorrorpod.com. We have an email address there, but also you can just go to form submission and write it straight from there. You can also find links to our Patreon where you can support us. Perks include me reading chapters of a novel month by month, very, very slowly. It's the slowest book club in the world.
How many chapters are there?
I think there's like 26.
Okay. So 26 months.
Yeah, but if there's like a short chapter, I might just do both. Although, as Charles knows, because I was describing it to him, Reed, sometimes when I record the chapter and then I go back to edit the chapter, I think what the kids call lock in. And then I fastidiously edit and sound effect that thing for 4 fucking hours.
Yep.
And then so what started as I'll just see how much I can do before bedtime at 11 p.m. becomes me at 3 a.m. going, aha, there's the perfect sound of a train carriage.
Mm-hmm. That's what I've been looking for the last 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm. It was.
Oh, yeah, I know.
This is the perfect phone ring.
I know. I do the same thing. That's not right. That's not right. That's not right. How do people who make movies do this?
I
they
don't.
need the right sound effects.
No.
That's the wrong phone. Get me a different phone.
You're making it sound an awful lot like you have some kind of mental illness.
I don't know where you get that idea.
Possibly a lariat of them.
But I am pleased to report that my carry-on about Foley in movies that other people make does extend to what I do as well. So that's
okay, good.
comforting.
That's good.
So yeah, go to dirtyhorrorpod.com. You can also find Charles at Charles Rockhill.
ROCKHILLIP.
Okay.
I was going to say, that's how fast you said it.
Well, no, you have to say the last thing, don't you? So you can't go yet. Yep. You can find Reed at Reed Black Comics.
On Instagram.
And you can find me at Chrysopotamia. This has been Dirty Little Horror. Until next week.
Try not to die.
Go piss, girl.